Hi, hello everyone. My name is Layla. I'm the creator behind Heartsick Hooks, or just Layla B, depending on how you found me or how you know me as. This is going to be an extremely quick video. I really just want to put something out there because my boyfriend was hounding me and he was telling me, oh, I just like listening to hear you talk. And I was like, I have a YouTube, right? And he was like, oh my God, I didn't think about that. So this is really more just to put something out there. And I was trying to clean up my house. I've been having some extremely low spoon days lately. I just got finished with my period and it's been extremely gray and disgusting outside, which always just makes my brain not work properly. So I really wanted to make a video kind of giving people some of the tips. I think a lot of people especially my generation, I just turned 21, so like Gen Z, don't really know how to take care of themselves, like actually take care of themselves when they feel depressed. I think a lot of my generation and millennials do this, Gen X, Gen Alpha probably will. It's just depression, and a lot of people who don't know how to take care of themselves. I am in no way like targeting Gen Z. It's just myself, my friends, and my peers who I've all seen kind of struggle with this, whether you have ADHD, autism, any form of neurodiversity, or if you just kind of struggle. Sometimes we just struggle, and that's okay. You don't necessarily have to have a diagnosis. You're allowed to just struggle. Let's get this big disclaimer out of the way. This is not for extreme cases of depression. I am not going to even start on how extreme depression can get and how serious it is. If you need help, please seek help. You do matter and your life is valid, and we all deserve the help that we can get. And sometimes it's hard to ask for help, but that doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. Second, this is not a haul. I am not telling you need to have this, you have to buy this, this will make your life so much easier, here's my Amazon storefront. Like, not what I'm saying at all. Everything that I have has been accumulated or figured out or done over a period of my life, which has been 21 years now. And I have about a decade, 8 or 9 years so far of dealing with mental illness and having friends who have mental illness and having an extremely crafty mom who fought her ADHD in extremely different ways. So this is a cumulative amount of tips and tricks. I am not telling you to buy everything right now or to do everything right now. Sometimes you won't have enough energy to do everything right now. That's totally fine. This video is specifically for people who have like maybe 2 to 5 spoons. You can feel like you're about to go into spoon debt, or you can tell that you're about to have an episode or a flare up or something of that sort. This is a I don't feel good and I'm probably not going to feel good for another couple of days kind of video. That's the situation that I found myself in, so this is why these tips are helpful. Please don't take what I'm saying out of context. If I say something like insert the tweet here of Twitter's the craziest place because you can say I love waffles and someone will say, so you hate pancakes. That's not what I'm saying. Please do not take anything I'm saying out of context. I mean everything well-intentioned, obviously. I understand that we all struggle extremely differently. This is how I cope with my struggles. And if I can share some of that knowledge onto someone who doesn't know how to have that, or doesn't have that knowledge, or doesn't have a support group, then that's my goal. That's my intention. Okay, great. We've gotten all of that out of the way. Fingers crossed. So let's just get into it. I do have some props, of course, and also please excuse me for the mess behind me. As I said, I literally just finished my period and it's disgusting outside. I am also on the struggle bus. Do not judge me. The first thing on my list, the number one thing, is having a hand vacuum. Oh my God. This is one of my props. I love her. This is an attachment. I think I got it off Amazon for maybe like $15 to $20. Having this hand vacuum is so incredibly helpful. There's multiple different brands. I'm not necessarily recommending one. You can go on Amazon, you can go to Walmart, hand vacuum, it's there. You can find it. I trust you. You got this. I have 2 dogs. You have seen them. They are my cameramen. I will insert a clip of them cameramanning me. They shed a lot. I have 2 Australian cattle dogs. They love to just constantly flake off little hair follicles. It does not matter how much I sweep or vacuum. I can vacuum or sweep again the next day and it will be as if I have never swept or vacuumed. It's wonderful, actually. I love it so much. So having a hand vacuum when when I don't have the energy to sweep again, and I don't have the energy to vacuum again, and I don't have the energy to mop. I haven't had the energy to mop in like 2 months. This is a safe space, okay? I just haven't. I grew up with a Swiffer, and then I realized that Swiffers actually aren't really good for cleaning, and that now I'm going off topic. Okay, my hand vacuum. I love my hand vacuum. She's a girl's girl, okay? I love her. I have 2 dogs that shed a lot, and being able to just their little hair fluffs and their mini thems that they leave around the house, instead of going and getting the broom and taking and then sweep. It's just a lot. Doing things with a lot of like steps has always been extremely hard for me, unless I am literally able to break down those steps piece by piece by piece by piece. And if those pieces seem too overwhelming, I'm not doing it. I need everything to be broken down and simplified for my brain to be able to digest it. So having a hand vacuum that I can just go grab it, on, cleaned, gone, I don't even have to put the hand vacuum back. Sometimes I just put it near the hot spots of where their hair will accumulate, and I'm fine. I recommend a hand vacuum, especially if you have pets, especially if you have pets who shed. I don't even care if you're depressed. This is my girl, okay? I love her. I haven't cleaned her because I literally have I just kind of like get the windowsills. Sometimes my plants will have dog hair on them, so I just, quickly vacuum them. Hand vacuum, okay? Just not to say like you need it, but it is extremely helpful. Number 2 is paper plates and or a dishwasher, depending on what end of the spectrum you're at. My mom told me that we do not ever use the dishwasher. My mom hates the dishwasher. She thinks the dishwasher sucks, so we never used the dishwasher growing up. I hand washed everything. My mom also doesn't like having an exuberant amount of plates and silverware and blah, 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 blah. So we didn't have a lot of plates or silverware, blah, 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 blah. So it wasn't really hard to keep up with the dishes, but now that it's me and my boyfriend and we live in a house and we're both depressed sometimes, it's hard to keep up with doing that. Sometimes it sucks. Sometimes I don't want to do the dishes. And he told me, because Ace grew up in a house with dishwashers, he was like, you can just use the dishwasher. And I was like, no, my mom said they don't even clean right, and da-da-da. And he's like, no, babe, we can use the dishwasher, because the one in the last house that we lived in was broken. And I was like, it wasn't broken. My mom just told me not to use it because dishwashers don't work. Yeah, the dishwasher works great, especially if you're severely depressed and you just rinse it and put it in there and you can just put it away. And then all of a sudden you have a lot less dishes, because of course you still have dishes that can't go in the dishwasher. And it is a much easier task to handle. And on the term of doing the dishes is wear an apron. Oh my God, life changing. I have this little apron. It was like $9 at Hobby Lobby. It has little peaches on it, super cute. Put that bitch on, okay? And then I can just take it off. I don't have to completely change after doing the dishes. I'm messy when I do the dishes. I don't know. Only God can judge me. And in that same dishwashing vein, paper plates. If you cannot do the dishes, just get some paper plates. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just get some paper plates. I'll say it again. Get the just get them. It's fine. You're not doing that much damage to the environment. And don't send me a link on how that you don't take what I'm saying out of context. Okay? Because I promise you, private flights are probably doing more damage than a package of paper plates for someone who literally cannot even wash the dishes, okay? Or themselves half the time. Just get the paper plates, especially if you live in a roommate situation. Oh my God. The amount of my friends who have roommates and they're like, yeah, my roommate won't do the dishes. I'm like, that would not even be an issue if y'all just had paper plates. It's like, baby, if you're poor enough for a roommate, you're rich enough for paper plates. Okay, let's so be honest with ourselves here. I put paper plates and dishwashing in the same group because similar issues of I don't want to do the dishes. Pookie, there are 2 solutions. It's okay. If you don't want to do the dishes, it's going to be okay. It'll be okay. I promise. Tip number 3 is when you change the trash, and this is more of a when you have the energy and you know you're about to go in a slump for the next couple of days, when you change the trash, put a bag at the bottom of the trash can. So like you have a trash can, take the trash out. You come back with a bag to put in the trash can because you just took it out, right? Bring 2 bags and put 1 bag at the bottom so you can put the right. This is for my people who struggle with the steps as I do. Like I hate going to the gym because I'm like, okay, now I have to put gym clothes on and I have to drive or walk myself to the gym, and then I have to be at the gym, and then I have to come home, and then I have to, you get overwhelmed. There's too many steps involved. Just put the bag there, okay? And it also, my boyfriend struggles with remembering to put the bag back in the trash can because it's 2 separate. You take the trash out, done. you put the bag back in, done. 2 separate actions in his brain. So by just having the bag there, you're like, oh, well, the bag's there. Saves you a lot of time, saves you a lot of hassle. Just take my word on that one. Tip number 4. Oh my God. Oh, this is where I have another prop. I have a prop. More props other than my hand vacuum. Okay. This is for all of my dog people out there. I don't know how it would work if you had a litter box. I am so sorry. If you have a dog and you often find yourself without bags, tie those bad boys onto the leash, okay? We have a waist leash, so it connects to them and then it wraps around my waist. And what I mean, it would work if you have just a hand leash, but having this helps because sometimes, click, you don't gotta think about it. You don't have to hold your dog. You can just, they're just on you. If you have dogs that pull, I do, can mess up your back, so be aware of that. But having bags, life-changing. Just life-changing. It looks stupid. Shut up. Don't care. You're always gonna look stupid in life. That's just a fact because we're all doing this for like the first time. And this is a tip that has made my first time so much easier. I grew up having dogs, and when I realized, oh my God, I could just do this instead of stuffing a roll in my pocket or being without a bag. And even though there's bag spots in my apartment, my dog will happen to poop in the middle of 2 ones that are really far away from me, but I can see them. So it's not like I can leave the poop and just be like, I didn't see that. I don't know what happened. Because then I also feel bad. And then I go home and I'm like, I wonder if anybody saw me. And also I feel bad for leaving the poop there because it is bad for the environment because the dogs don't eat a diet that is helpful to the nature, you know? So just put the bags on the leashes. It'll just number 3. No, not 3. 5. Tip number 5. Get a whiteboard. Doesn't matter if it's small, doesn't matter if it's big. Get a whiteboard. I'm not going to tell you to get a planner because planners you can avoid. You can like close them and then put them somewhere. Get a whiteboard. Put that bad bitch on the wall and get some fun colored markers. If you're like me, I love my whiteboard. My whiteboard is pretty much my family's brain. It's my brain on paper so my family can see how I think. And by family, I mean me and my boyfriend. Love you, Pookie. I cannot tell you how much easier my life is with a whiteboard. I can see when things are going to happen. Okay. And it's easy. I have autism. My boyfriend has ADHD. 2 different brains, right? If I say you have a to-do list, you have a chore list, make sure your chores get done. He goes, cool. And he can go and see that he has chores. He can also, because we use color-coded, I am pink and he is blue because we care about gender in this house. He can see, oh, there's blue writing in my area. Probably have something to do. He doesn't do that. He kind of just ignores the whiteboard. But the idea is nice. The idea, the thought is what matters. I don't. That whiteboard is my religion. I love my whiteboard. I would kill for my whiteboard. My whiteboard matters to me so much. I love her. Even if you don't use it as a calendar and you just have like a blank whiteboard, just being able to word vomit out ideas and just write things down that are important. It's your brain. It's your whiteboard. It's your world. And I'm just living in it. Just gonna put that one out there. Tip number 6, bowls, containers, contain spaces. What I put bowls, containers, and spaces. Bowls, containers, and spaces. That's it. End sentence. There's nothing else that matters. There's nothing else that really needs to be said. Bowls, containers, and spaces. I have another prop. This is called the whale bowl. We love her. I also got her from Hobby Lobby, and I understand that Hobby Lobby is a corrupt company. It's not my fault. They have really cute stuff sometimes. I'm sorry. Every company is corrupt. I live in the South. What do you want me to do? Anyways, whoops. We got a whale bowl because when my boyfriend and I started dating, he'd come over to my house and he would just put his keys in the ether and they would disappear. And then he'd need to leave. And then I would distract him and you don't need to leave, you can stay here. And then we would canoodle for another 10 minutes and he'd be like, okay, no, I really need to leave. Where are my keys? And he couldn't find his keys. So I got the whale bowl. My keys are currently in the whale bowl along with a carabiner and some loose pennies. I love her. It stays at the front door. Put your keys in it, put your wallet in it, put your sunglasses in it. Have a defined space. It also just works as a fun piece of decor. Who doesn't love a good bowl? Crafting is messy, okay? This is my bowl of markers for my coloring book. This is not organized, and I'm a very organized person. So for me to just have miscellaneous bowl that should be in my kitchen, but it's a bowl. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Bowls, containers, spaces. Put it in a container. I'm not saying go to Target and spend $400 on that Home and Garden, or Walmart has better Home and Garden. I don't remember, Ivory and Magnolia, whatever. containers and storages and spaces. You do not need, you don't need those clear little tins. That's not what I'm telling you. That's not what I'm saying at all. Did it help me with the whale bowl? Yes. But the whale bowl has flair. I love the whale bowl. To wrap up bowls, containers, and spaces, just get an extra laundry bin. Okay, we have a laundry bin in the closet that is our, I wore it once. It's the chair, but it's a bin because I can just move it around if I need to. And also, sometimes the girls will make a mess and you just gotta have an extra laundry bin. We have a bin in the laundry room for our dirty towels. We have a bin in the bathroom for our clothes. We got an extra bin. You just have an extra bin. I can't afford an extra bin. Don't have an extra bin then. That's okay. You don't need to have it. You can just have the chair. It's your life. I'm just trying to help, okay? My last tip, my very, very last tip. Freezer and quick meals. If you are like me and you hate cooking for yourself, I hate cooking for myself. I'm very bad at it. I hate cooking. Love baking. I'll make cookies out the ass. Do not make me bake or cook. What the fuck? Don't make me cook. I'm not good at it. I'll never be good at it. I'm so sorry. No. Having freezer food available. Freezer food's bad for you. No, it's also bad for you rotting in bed and not eating for a couple days. You can handle some freezer food, okay? At, I think it's Walmart. I shop at Food Lion. I live in North Carolina. Leave me alone. They have like pre-made, I think it's at Aldi or Lidl too. It's Lidl. They have like pre-made and frozen pancakes. Life changer, because you could just microwave them and you're done. Get pre-cooked meat if you feel like you need more protein. You know, and I love making my own coffee, but I am not gonna go that far. Get pre-ground coffee. My boyfriend found like a Keurig 1-cup maker at Goodwill for like $40. So I'll just make a cup of hot coffee and then put it in the fridge and wait for it to cool down, and then I'll add my creamer to it. I'll be like, yay, coffee. I love apple slices. And that's an easy, quick meal. Eating something is better than rotting in bed and eating nothing. If you really, really struggle with eating freezer food because it just stresses you out, that's totally okay. Find apples, find cucumbers, pickles, vegetables like bell peppers that you can just kind of cut up, small, quick things. For me, I always hated that idea of like, this is cool. Like, I love Pinterest, right? And Pinterest will get you because and same with TikTok and same with Instagram. This is my depression meal, and then it lists like 10 different ingredients, and at the end of the day, is it just like cheesy pasta? Yeah, but they include a lot of steps and things that you'll have to clean later, and things that are just not actually depression friendly or neurodivergent friendly. You can tell when it's content made by neurotypical people or people who haven't been depressed or anxious or have OCD or all of the plethora of neurodiversity things. They either have been so far removed from it, haven't had it in a while, never had it, only know a cousin's friend's brother's sister who's had it. They just don't know. They aren't aware of how hard everything is when you're mentally ill, and eating is extremely hard. There are so many people who don't have eating disorders, but will just not eat. You just don't. It's not because you don't want to eat, it's you do not have the strength to get up and go in the kitchen and make yourself something to eat, because making yourself something to eat is a sentence, but it can mean so much more. I'm not good at that. I do not like cooking. I have made that extremely clear by now. I struggle with it often, so having just a bag of apples that I can just cut up, and maybe, I grab some peanut butter. Sometimes I go through like this weird, I cannot eat chemicals or processed foods thing, and so I have 100% peanut butter. If you're depressed and you have the finances for it, and you're like me and you're like super anxious about eating anything with processed, I fluctuate. I will eat 5 high chews, but then I'm like, there's too many chemicals in my peanut butter. I'm weird, okay? I'm mentally ill. Trying my best, leave me alone. I don't really know how to end this video, to be entirely honest. I kind of made my script super fast. I hope that everyone who watched this video got what they needed out of it. If you just needed a video to watch while you're bed rotting or while you're like doing the dishes or something, congratulations for doing the dishes. And if you just actually needed these tips, I hope you found something helpful. If you have any questions or comments or even more tips, please, I cannot suggest it enough, put it in the comment section. I am currently, if you are a repeat watcher, I am still reading the Book of Achilles. I have not touched it in 2 weeks because I have been doing all of my other hobbies and just busy with life and being depressed and miserable, okay? That's just called the summer blues, baby. It just happens. I hope everyone who watched this and didn't watch this have a wonderful day. Go world peace. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.